Here with me now from Regenesis Design Build is Ralph Still. Ralph, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Now Ralph, I know that the team at Regenesis has a number of years of experience. Tell me a little bit more about the projects you're working on.
Oh, sure. Our projects range in size from small kitchens and baths all the way up to several thousand-foot additions like this home. We really enjoy working all along that spectrum so that we can bring our creativity to bear. We get to see a lot of different projects, and more than anything, help our clients achieve the kind of goal they're looking for.
Okay, so it sounds like no matter what the price point or square footage of the project is, you really sit down and get to know the needs of your customers and design and build around that.
Absolutely. Our first steps in the process really involve understanding what our clients are trying to do with their home, meeting with architects, designers, and even our construction staff, just so we can help unearth some of the great ideas that are out there, help them understand what the possibilities are, and then work our way towards making those a reality.
Right, well, I'm really excited to take a look at some of your work today. We're sitting in one of your projects today. Tell me a little bit more about what vision the customers had here.
Sure. This was a beautiful home to begin with. It's largely a one-story home, even though there is a small piece of the second floor. And it had a very rustic feel to it. And this client in particular wanted to make it a little more upscale, try and bring some old world into it, and actually wanted to increase the square footage pretty substantially. But we were kind of locked in a little bit by some of the foundation and a few other elements of the house.
Right, well, you've done a great job, and I think a very important thing to mention in an addition and a renovation is that you've done it seamlessly.
That's huge for us. I don't really think we have one design style that we build to. We really build to what our clients want, but we do maintain what I like to call the architectural integrity of the home. By that I mean it needs to look updated and current, but it really needs to be reflective of the way the architect originally designed the home, so that you don't walk into a room and say, wow, this is remodeled, but it really doesn't fit the rest of the homes.
Ralph, you've definitely done a great job with the finish work on this home as well. Show me a little bit more in this kitchen and this family. What did you do in here as a renovation?
Sure. Well, the biggest thing throughout this whole home, as you'll see on this first floor, at least the main floor of the home, is about 2,500 feet of travertine. There was multiple different types of flooring that really cut the home up and separated rooms. And so you'll find 18-inch travertine tile that just literally covers the floor. We also brought a lot of the wall finishes together here to make sure there's some consistency in paint colors. And particularly in the family's living area, I think, as we kind of move to that, you'll see some huge differences from what was a very nice and comfortable room, but again was very rustic in feel with large stones. We've now cleaned it up. It's a much more elegant space for this client to be able to entertain in, which is really big for them.
Right, well, the home definitely has a nice flow to it, and I know one space that the customer really enjoys that you did some work on is that master suite. Absolutely.
What started off as a very nice shell of a room, and it had a large bathroom adjoining it, but the bathroom really didn't work well for this client. It had a very large water closet and makeup area that kind of jutted out into the middle of the room. We literally redirected all the plumbing, took all of that out. Now we have a very large open expanse, and again that travertine floor runs throughout the whole thing. We cleaned up all the vanity counters, painted, and now it really is a very, very nice space for a master bath.
Well, again, it's a beautiful space, and talking about the addition on this home, I know that you added on a theater, and that is a great space as well.
Actually, and it was an idea that the client had to have a home theater, but this house originally, believe it or not, had 11 car garages split up into 3 areas. We took one of those areas that was close enough to the home that we could actually tie it in on contiguous air-conditioned floor space. So we enclosed the breezeway and basically built what amounts to a 1,500-foot open theater.
We had a wonderful experience with Regenesis. We worked with the design team. We came with ideas on some changes that we wanted to make, and they were very instrumental in walking us through the process. The architect, he was fantastic in giving us drawings and just really working very closely with us.
Well, as you can imagine, with an investment like ours, we were quite naturally very concerned about everything being structurally sound along with the quality, and we have been completely just overwhelmed with what we've gotten out of it as far as the quality goes, and definitely it's going to keep our house at a maximum resale value, and we love it.
I would definitely recommend Ralph with Regenesis Design Build. As a matter of fact, we have recommended him to several of our neighbors in the past and some friends, so we're very excited, and we certainly appreciate the cooperation and the oversight of the whole project. So definitely would recommend.
Definitely refer Regenesis to all of my friends. The quality of the work, the timeliness in which they got the work achieved, and the cost coupled in with the investment that we have in place. Without any hesitation whatsoever, I would definitely recommend them to my friends.
To add the enduring beauty you desire, as well as the durability to stand the test of time, rely on the experts at Almirez Granite and Marble. Their commitment to professional installation and vast selection makes them the easy choice for all your marble and granite needs.
Well, Ralph, I've really enjoyed taking a look at this home, but like we mentioned, you are handling anything from a small bathroom or kitchen renovation to something of this magnitude. Let's talk a little bit more about the process a customer can expect working with you.
Sure, you're absolutely right. Our projects do range the spectrum from kitchens and baths to large additions, but each project goes through the same steps. We start by meeting with the client in their home to really understand what their vision for the project is, and sometimes we can tweak that vision even in the home a little bit to help them understand what the possibilities are, or to steer them away from things that are just overly costly to do or just literally can't be done in some cases. We walk through a series of steps beyond that. If we need to involve an architect and designer, we have those at our grasp. Typically past that, we will, within 48 to 72 hours, give them back what we call an investment range analysis, which is very simply a cursory overview of what we've talked about and exactly what we think that's going to cost and the amount of time that it takes to get it done. If they like what they see at that standpoint, we'll move forward with a very detailed estimate, and basically what we come back with is an absolute fixed not to exceed bid with a time schedule associated with that that's also not going to change.
Right, well, Ralph, sounds like you definitely have some great processes in place, but I know that your experience is really contributing to your success as well. Tell me a little bit more about your experience and the history of the company.
Sure, absolutely. We really started off, working on a lot of our own investment properties, which tended to be smaller homes. We were updating rental properties between tenants, and I found that a lot of people came to me, a lot of friends and acquaintances came to me and asked me for advice on their home. The culmination, however, of getting started with Regenesis was I had what I thought were the top remodelers in this area come to my home and estimate a job for me, and I was just really taken back at what a poor job they did with letting me know the process and letting me understand what the possibilities were. And the light bulb really went off in my head that said, I can do a better job than anyone else. We try and communicate with clients, if not every day, certainly formally once a week. We take full advantage of technology on emails. We have running punch lists that go throughout our job. The idea is for our clients to stay in control all the time while we're working on the job site, and for them not to have to worry about who's showing up tomorrow or next week. They know all this in advance. The other thing is a lot of our clients, they occasionally have periods where they don't want us in the house, or they've got a long weekend they want to take. We can work around all of those things. Our clients receive production schedules. They go out weeks and weeks in advance, and they will typically know what we're going to do any day of the week. Keeps them in control and keeps us time on task.
Well, Ralph, talking to some of your customers today, I can really tell that they enjoy the process working with you. And we did mention the other projects that you're working on, anything from a kitchen to something of this size. Let's talk a little bit more about the other projects you've worked on.
Sure. Again, kitchens and baths, I think, is the bread and butter of any remodeling company, or at least it should be. It's very popular around here. Most of the time we're working in a somewhat confined space, as these homes were all built in the same era. We try and help them understand what walls can move, which ones can't, but we really talk about the functionality, particularly in kitchens and bathrooms. What are we looking for in terms of cabinet space? What are we looking for in terms of appliances? Do we have the right work triangle in the kitchen? Those kinds of things are critical to understand up front, both for our clients as well as ourselves. And we really enjoy doing those. We've done several, and our clients seem to really like how the kitchens flow after the job. Some entertain, some don't, some have large families, some have small. We tailor each job to what those clients' needs are.
Right, well again, it's not just about the finish work, which you're definitely providing a high quality finish, but you are really getting to know the needs of your customers and designing around that.
Clearly. In the kitchen environment, for instance, we do a lot of specialized hardware in our cabinetry. Whether it's something as simple as a trash drawer, shelves that pull out, trying to bring more things into use. Having cabinets going all the way to your ceiling is great, but if you can't get up there to use them, they're not really much good. So we really focus in on how to make the kitchen more efficient use of space instead of opening a door and having dead space behind that. Same thing's true in the bathroom. We're finding aging in place. More people are staying in their homes longer, providing ways to get in and out of bathtubs, in and out of showers easier. and updating those where we don't have quite as much maintenance as we might have had in the past. That's huge for our clients.
All right, well, it sounds like, again, you are really paying attention to their needs, but it sounds like you're actually paying attention to resale value and adding an overall value to the home as well.
No, unquestionably. The nice thing about starting off in the investment home business is we really know what sells and what doesn't sell, or we know where the smart money goes in homes. And we try not to let our clients make mistakes, and we just bring all of our experience to bear so that they know what's going to make the money back when they go to sell.
The comfort and air quality of your new home is important. That's why builders and homeowners alike turn to Spencer Air Conditioning and Heating. They have the ability to design systems for small to large homes in a variety of different systems.
I love to work with Regenesis because when I call Regenesis, they're quick to respond. They're very dependable. The quality of their workmanship is great. My clients are always happy of the outcome of the project. They show up on time. They have great ideas on what to do. Their designer is great as well. And they're always knowledgeable about what a client can do to a home and what they can't do to a home. They're great about giving estimated cost so buyers can understand whether it's something or not that they can budget for their new property. They're ahead of what's going on in the design and the construction world, and they have ideas that are forefront of what sellers and buyers are trying to do to the property so that in the next 10 years they're not dated, they're very sellable. I have personally used Ralph on many occasions. My family's used Ralph, and I have many clients that we refer Regenesis to.
Well, Ralph, taking a look at your work today and talking to your customers, I can really tell that you're offering great customer service and that you really have a passion for renovating these homes.
Yeah, we do. Again, we go by the slogan, the home you have may be the home you've always wanted. I'm convinced that almost everyone would like to enhance their lifestyle, live in their home a little bit longer, and if we can help them by really exposing the possibilities in their home and helping that become a reality, that's what we're all about. This is a time where we have to be very value-driven, and we try and bring a lot of value to our clients. We can combine those two, helping them envision the possibilities and driving value to really help them enjoy this great asset they have.
Right. Well, Ralph, if somebody out there is looking at perhaps putting an addition on their home or remodeling a home they're in, how are they going to get in touch with you?
Oh, it's easy. You call us, email us. We typically can be out inside of 24 to 36 hours, sometimes even same day. We don't charge to come out to the home and help people understand, what their home could be.
Okay. Well, Ralph, I've really enjoyed taking a look at your work today and learning more about your company and your process. I want to thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure.